Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. So, we are very close to a little milestone here at 10,000 launch satellites. I consider that a bit of a milestone. 66,000 in there, 7 in there, so I'm pretty sure we will do it. This launch should take us to 9997. For some reason it's got into an odd number even though there's an even number of silos, but that's not a worry. So I thought you might want to share the milestone. So we have this launch taking us very close, and then one more to take us over the brink, so to speak. And one more. There you go. This of course isn't particularly pleasant, but that's partly because we have over here where I am, we've got like 3,000 construction bots building a huge amount of solar panels for us, because if you remember we were suffering from brownouts. We now have over 900,000 solar panels. That gives us over 54 gigawatts, which is more than 3 more than we had before. Still not enough. I think we still are doing brownouts. I'll show you how much it actually is that we've done. We've done all of this. You can see just how big the area is though that I intend to cover. I have given up on trying to not cover ore patches, so I've gone right ahead and covered over them. Let's come down here so we don't miss the milestone setting launch, which we are about to see. How many have we got? 8,000 there, and 67 is 75. That's short of 96, so they definitely will launch. This will be our 10,000th launch coming up in just a moment. And then we can talk about one or two more things that are going on in the base. But I'll probably get back to laying more solar. But here we go. 8 at once, well, 7 plus 1 perhaps. That one might be slightly behind. Looks like we'll keep on launching for quite a while actually with these trains coming up. So we've certainly had the 10,000th launch. We just need this thing to update. There you go, 10,000 satellites launched. And we'll get up to 5 with this last one. So yeah, that's something. We've almost completed mining productivity 185, meaning there's about 90 levels left in my target to get to a level where we only need about 10 miners to support each ore train per minute at the mines. But there's something else that I want to show you. So that's maximum zoom out. Let's turn on the pollution cloud. Even after doing all of this work with our train, our artillery train, the cloud has now stretched to, it actually is the full height of the screen. You can see it extends into the black there, and it extends up beyond, right up to here. So we're actually going to have problems with biters along here as well shortly. And right over here we're getting to well, beyond where the train was able to shoot to here, so we have a small bit of leeway there, but not down here. And I have actually started having some attacks. Fortunately it's nothing important, it's just been at one of these defensive, it's right here actually. They took out the radar there, but there's a backup here, and they've been attacking the lasers here. So yeah, we're going to have to do more defensive work, but I want to put it out there to you guys. It's not going to be that long before this one's up on YouTube from when I'm recording it now. So I would like to know if anyone would have an objection to me turning off the pollution modeling. It would save some UPS. I mean, when you've got a cloud that is virtually the size of the screen at maximum zoom, there's a hell of a lot of calculations probably taking place. So we can save on that. Yeah, let's get another one going. We can save on these unnecessary calculations by turning it off. And I mean, fighting the biters, I've shown that I can. It's annoying, it takes a lot of time out, there's a lot of other things we need to do. It's not really what this playthrough is all about. So I'd like to turn it off unless you guys and girls, whoever's watching this, if you have any strong view on the matter, I'd certainly like to hear about it. But once this is up for a few days, if no one has sort of said no, you've got to leave the pollution on, I think I will turn it off. I mean, the other thing is the achievements. There's basically, including all of the what do they call them, silly achievements, there's basically nothing here that I haven't achieved. 20 million processing units, that's just stupid. Does it say where it's from? It doesn't actually. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, we can't achieve these ones. I can launch some fish, it's not really important. This isn't important, this isn't important, this isn't important. All of the ones relating to productivity we've done easily, like the 20 million processing units, 10 gigajoules per hour, 10 million iron plates per hour, that's just nothing. 3 million copper plates per hour, it's nothing. We're currently doing 300,000 per minute, so we're doing about 20 million iron plates per hour, and copper about 12-13 million, and we're up to, oh, that's, if we go to all time, 25 million processing units, so we're well past the 20 million. In fact, we're not too far off copper joining iron at the 1 billion mark, and then electronic circuits not too far behind that. In my prior factory, I completed the SpaceX Extreme without the 4 times science cost, with about 1.2 billion iron plate and about 1.1 billion copper. So we're in a very, well, there you go, 1.3. We've actually done more iron plate in this playthrough than we did in that entire playthrough. So that's how much more the expensive science and trying to get through a decent amount of productivity to try and repair the UPS has done. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with those thoughts for the moment. I'll come back a bit later when we're doing something other than just laying down solar. But in the meantime, I am continuing to come up here. I will probably cover in some of this stuff as well, unless I feel that I'm likely to need to extend up there, but I don't think I am at the moment, so we'll probably just cover over some of this stuff to give us more space, and certainly landfill up all through here and cover in all of this and remove all of this rail. When we get back down here, I will probably maybe here add in a oh, this is going to have to move anyway, so maybe maybe come in here with a means to get back over to this part to get close to the base. I'm not sure how useful that is. This line is basically useless at the moment. Anyway, yeah, I will rejoin you in a bit. This will have gone up a bit more, this will have gone up a bit more. See you then. Bye bye. And we're continuing. So we were talking last time about pollution and weather, and giving, well, last part of this, I well, let's just have a quick look at the pollution cloud for starters. Map. Pollution cloud. There it is. I struggle to get it all on the screen. Maybe if we get it off to the side, you can almost see the full height of it. It's not helpful anymore to have this. Biters aren't really a key part of the campaign. I think we just need to get rid of it, frankly. So let's see if we can do that. Settings. I think this is going to disable achievements, but it doesn't matter because we've already done all of the achievements that we need. Game.map settings. I think it's pollution that I want to look at. Pollution dot enabled equals false. Now I don't know how much, assuming this works, I don't know how much it's actually going to save on UPS, but you can see the UPS we're doing at the moment. It doesn't remove the existing pollution, but well, this command doesn't. It will just stop more being generated. Yes, it will disable achievements. Who cares? We've already achieved them all, so let's do that again. Right, that should... Well, it may have given us something. So if we look at the map, we will still have pollution now. It hasn't changed that, but there is another command that we can actually remove the pollution altogether. And I'm going to run that as well because that should... while pollution's here, we're still doing calculations on it. And it's also not doing anything useful for us. So let me just find the clear all pollution command. Remove all pollution. Yes, this is a slightly different one. So again, another console command. Game.player.surface.clear pollution. This should remove all the pollution. It might drop UPS for a small moment, but let's have a look at the map now. Map, pollution, none. There we go. Get out of map mode. Well, I mean, it was jumping around before, but that may have saved us a bit of UPS. That wasn't the key purpose of it, and it's not the key reason why we are here. We're here because I want to try and remove the sky, and I obviously left most of my stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to put speed modules everywhere I can so that we can get rid of this patch faster. That's probably as good as we can do just there for the moment. Where else do I want to do that? I would think I also want to remove this patch here, so that's copper 9. and this one up here doesn't have speed modules in it. Copper 7. Let's go to hashtag copper 7 first, I think. Is that enough speed? What, do we have more speed modules here? May as well grab the lot. No, I already have. I don't think I've got any on me, so hopefully I've got enough to achieve what I want to achieve. Hashtag copper 7. Add hashtag copper 7 circuit condition and go. So yeah, so there's no mistake. I didn't do that so much as, well, it's to help UPS. I mean, it's not going to hurt UPS, but as much as anything, it's just so that we don't have to keep running out and extending this and killing biters. We've done that. I've shown you how it can be done. It's not part of the playthrough as I want to do it. So yeah, it's done. It's over. Get upset with me in the comments if you want to, but yeah. Now I'm going to come in here. I'm going to cover this in speed modules. We are then going to come down to this one, probably remove this part that, oh look, there's actually one tiny little bit there, too bad. This here, we'll move that. We will move some of these from around here, obliterate this in miners, and do we have miners on us? It's a very good question. I don't actually think we have, but I guess I can pick up miners from some of the boxes that will be lying around. Should be easy enough. So anyway, we started up our exercise to increase the number of solar panels. We are now at 927, which is 76,000 more than where we were. We're still building, which is why this is kind of low. I guess you'll see in just a moment just how far it can go. I think it's getting close to 56 gigawatts. We were at 51, so that's certainly a help. I don't think we actually have, there you go, 55.6 is probably where it will max out. I don't think that we are still having brownouts, but if we're going to build anything else, we still could, so we'll keep building this at least to 1 million, and we'll see where we're at then. Right, here we are. Where is the supply chest for here? Assuming there is, maybe there isn't one. Must be. What's it doing with old? Oh, they're probably just going straight into the rubbish. Alright, well that's fine. Well, that's about as fast as I can get that one to deplete. We may as well just leave it to deplete now. What is it? Oh, there's a gun. 666,000 times 2.9. No, that's double that. 4.8 actually, but that's fine. Alright, so hashtag copper 9 now. Circuit condition will do. How are we doing? 6K, but in truth we do have a very real issue around our iron and copper that are not keeping up with the demanded amounts, and where's blue circuits? It's all over the place, so we have to, we're going to have to address that one way or another. I do have some ideas. I'm not sure what to go for first, UPS or fixing up iron and copper. But I don't want to be dealing with biters, so we won't have to now. We're stuck back here, that's okay. Let's just run the rest of the way. Or kind of slow jog, slow motion jog. Now with a bit of luck we should be able to I don't have my... I have left all of my robots and roboports somewhere else, so we need to find the box. There it is. Doesn't have anything useful in it, but so there's no miners here. That's not what I wanted to see, actually. Do I have miners on my... No miners over there either. Do I have miners on my train? I don't think so. No, it's the wrong loadout for it. I was expecting to be able to find miners in these general areas, but it would seem that that is not going to be the case. That's disappointing. Okay. I guess we could order some in. What do I have in here? I don't have anything useful. Let's order in, say... 50 miners, and I guess 200 of them. But the supply train's not going to be able to get through at the moment either, so that's kind of not going to be as useful as I'd like either. But so, dumb biters, didn't I tell you to go away? Obviously not. I'm going to lose visibility here very soon. What's it even doing there? There you go, lost visibility. With a bit of luck, there'll be some action so it gets knocked over or something. But yeah, that's why we are doing what we are doing, so that we don't... Well, why I did the thing with pollution, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's see. Let's see where the supply train is up to. It's on its way up. Alright. How are these guys going? 15k, you're close enough, just go there. We need a little bit of activity to get us out of the way. to free up this so that there's a possibility for the supply train to get through. So 15,000 out of its 16,000, that should do. Let's see if that's enough to relieve the congestion. That gets us out of the way, that gets this moving. Where is the supply train? There it is. Should be coming down here at any moment, I think. Or has it already gone down there? There it is. Very close now. This is so minute that it'll be great to finish it off, and I would like to get this one finished off as well. But there are actually quite a lot of ore under these various patches, so it could take slightly longer than, well, it's going to be, we're not going to sit here waiting for it, let's put it that way. There we go. Now, if we run over there and request 50 of those, and we'll get all of the speed modules as well. Whoops. There we go. Forgot I had them down here. Okay, so what we need to do is take that guy out, get rid of those two. Good, that takes that one out. Now, what are you? Oh, this thing, okay. Good, I do have the red boxes I need. There we go. Now, this one over here, same basic idea. And of course, this one here needs the same idea as well. You can have that, just to make sure that everything here is covered. Whoops, none of those were the buttons I wanted. And I don't have my bots, so ripping out all of these will be a little bit time consuming, so I guess we'll have to do that when we close this whole place down. But at least that now won't take very long. Was that all that I wanted to do just now? I think so. I wanted to rip that out, but I don't have my bots, so that's not. So what I'm going to do right now is head back to laying down. I'll show you where we're actually up to with that. Laying down solar. So I've started covering up a little bit of these areas, slowly building up to the top here, and then we'll press down, see how that goes. As I said, we already have enough so that we are not having brownouts, but could be interesting. Might have to do some nuking. We already have enough so that we're not getting brownouts, but we are probably going to need even more energy drain, so we need a bit of a margin of safety. So anyway, I will jump back on board my train and join you again soon. And finally we are at copper 5, so a very old copper. There's only 1.8 million left, but I want it to go a damn sight quicker than it is going to go. Why don't I change that to get rid of all of the those guys, and of course I had to blow up some bugs, so those weren't there. So this way should... oh, I missed one. This way should empty the contents of these chests fairly quickly. So that I can do a dense pack. I might... well, I think there's too many trains that come over to copper 9. Given there is so little left, let's send at least one of you to copper 5. Copper 5 until inventory full, go there now, and forget about copper 9. How many are here now? 3. That's still too many. Well, I mean, it is multiplied by kind of 5, because you double that and then add 1, and that's percent, say, so it's basically 200%, so that is quite a large increase. We're getting quite close to being able to disable copper from the interior. That's only 500,000 over here. Oh yeah, coal 3 is dead as well. This coal is 4.1 million to serve the entire area over here. Obviously is not going to work. How are we going? Do we have any trains on the way? We've only got 3 trains. Let's grab another one from copper 9. It's sort of pointless having as many as we have here. You may as well go to copper 5 as well. 5 until inventory full, go there now, forget about this. What are we up to? 196, 78,000 research. As you can see, they're ticking over fairly quickly. The other thing to note probably is we are now at 952,000 panels, which would be about 57 gigawatts, getting very close to the million. We will certainly continue it until we are at least at a million, even though I think, as I've said, I don't believe that we are in danger of the brownout anymore. But we have some plans that we don't have a lot of time to do if we're at 196 and we're only going to 275. Some plans for some of the things we need to do. Let's have a quick look at our status. We are doing 6,000 science a minute at the moment. We're doing 6,000 yellow. Well, it's jumping around, but the other sciences are only... blue seems stuck at 4.2, and I think it's because iron is constantly struggling to supply enough. And copper is not ideal, and the circuits should be able to go a lot higher than this, but because of shortages in copper and iron, it's not always working out that way. Gee, we still need to have more of the trains through. How much stuff is in here? They're still pretty full. How far away are some trains? looks like there's a couple on their way, maybe even 3 on their way, so it won't be too much longer. Do I still have a pattern? No, I got rid of it. I do have dense mining though, but it doesn't have... It doesn't have speed modules, which we do want to add in. Well, I do want these to clear first, so I guess I can hold off till these trains get here. So what I'm thinking is we will run copper 11 probably up through here. I want to trim this down because I'm thinking I'm going to revamp these stacks, the ones that I can anyway, which is probably most of them except possibly this one. That could be really difficult, but this one should be okay, although this is a little bit in the way. Yeah, that is actually in the way a bit. Well, we'll start with these two anyway, the original ones, and what I want to do, I think, is add in a, on both sides of it, basically pre-stackers, because we do seem, even with this special extra bits, we do seem to have times when it's quite slow to refresh the trains. I mean, this one could probably just do with some more, actually, which might be enough by itself. That's the wrong one. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20. It's got 20 at the moment, but I mean, as you can see, there's been a delay for at least 3 of them for a while, so it certainly could deal with some more. How are we going here? Oh, good. We've got another train in. We probably need one more, and here it comes. With a bit of luck, that will finish clearing out these boxes. And whoops, let's get out of that mode. Nope, it must have been almost full already. What have we got? It's still far too much for me to want to pick up. Come on, one more train. Just one more train. No, they're all in the wrong direction. How are these ones over here doing? I mean, you can see this is ridiculous now, having 4 platforms for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 mines. At 275, it's not even enough to support 2 trains in total. How many trains are there actually on it? There's only 3 trains anyway. I don't want to reduce it because I do want this to exhaust. I probably want to remove the oil from there as well. Oil over there is fine. What about oil down here? We're actually only using these 3, but it seems to do okay. Right. So, yeah, this is potentially going to get revamped. There's quite a lot of plastic along there. So I guess, yeah, an oil revamp, which would probably end up being both that and that. The stack revamp with what are they called? Stackers, pre-stackers. And a special, which is going to be something to, will actually increase our, oh my goodness, what's going on here? Not enough iron and copper getting here, and too many green circuit trains lined up trying to get in, basically, I think. So we want to get rid of all that sort of stuff. So what I'm thinking is a new green circuit where we eliminate like the middle of these, that one, and we replace it by a special, which I'll discuss more in the next episode. How are we doing now? Not good. Alright, we need to pause until a train gets here and clears that, so we'll do that. Not that. So here we are, and as you can see, yeah, that we have finished off these guys. So let's set up the dense mining, which is basically this pattern. But this pattern needs speed modules. What did that do? Moved all my dense patterns out. That's not what I wanted it to do. Right. Tick. So that is the dense pattern that I wanted. Now, where's this book that I've just exhausted? There it is. Right. So, we're probably using too many medium poles with this, but I can deal with that. I need to get out of the way. There's still a little bit more. There we go. That seems to cover everything pretty well. Don't see much point in that guy. So this shouldn't be... Oh, there's a tiny bit of space over here too. Right. This might even be worth just doing manually. Right, so that is the end of the true internal copper, but I'm kind of treating this as an internal copper because it puts the copper trains on the inside, and I need to prune it over here, so I guess we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye bye for now.